Alrighty guys, I have a small update to make here. Today is September 17 as I'm recording this, and the original video was filmed on August 5th if I'm not mistaken, the review. So currently we are at 1,414 miles on the scooter, as you can see here on the odometer, and we got some red grips here, and the angle of the light here, I just took a screw and adjusted it down so now I can see a couple feet in front of me. So ignore that complaint in the video. And also another thing I'd like to mention is that I got affiliated with Yume like by the end of August. So while I filmed that review video, I wasn't yet affiliated with Yume, and still that doesn't change anything. I still bought the scooter with my money, and everything I said, real opinion, you know what I mean, wasn't sponsored or anything. And now that I'm affiliated with Yume, if you would like to get something like this or any of the other models, you could use my link as well as my code that's always in the description, so you could save $30 off any electric scooter purchase. All right, peace. Alrighty, what is going on guys? That 2J guys signing back with another video. It is now finally time to do the what was supposed to be with the 1,000 mile review, but if you check here, the scooter is currently at 1,105 miles, so the 1,000 mile review is long overdue. So I guess this is the 1,100 mile review of the scooter. Instead, I do not have a tripod, so I'm currently holding the camera with my hand. But let's not talk too much and just like straight get into it. Alright, boom. So basically, disclaimer, I am not affiliated with Yume at all. I bought this scooter with my own money. They're not paying me to say any of this stuff, and this is just my personal opinion. Alright, so I kind of wrote what I wanted to say here on my phone so I don't forget. And alright, so let's start with the top here first. Let me just flip this. Yes, let's start with the top, the cockpit. The grips on this scooter are terrible. If you're ordering this scooter like while it's in transit, recommend that you get some non-slip grip like this that have the little key here that you could turn to make them not slip, like this one. The scooter fell a couple times, so I lost this part here to cover it. That looks like there's some rust in it, unfortunately, because I don't have a cover. I could just put some tape over it, not gonna lie. That was kind of lazy of me. But yeah, anyways, these buttons here, adjustable. I rode the Yume Raptor and they were like straight like this instead of mounted up like this. I like mine like this because look, it's so easy to press the horn and my other buttons, turn signal and everything. This one too, I raised it a little bit higher so it's easier to reach with my finger. This didn't come with the scooter, so we're not gonna talk about it. But yeah, these buttons, they serve their job. I see that these are very common on other electric scooters, but they work perfectly. And this one thing I don't like is whenever I turn off the scooter, I always have to put it in dual motor and back into mode 3 by pressing the M button, which can get like super annoying. But yeah, it is what it is, man. It's not the end of the world, but you just have to do this every time, and it's a little bit annoying. Another thing while we're at it is the brakes. These brakes are pretty fantastic, I'm not gonna lie, bro. They work super well when they don't need to be bled. I had an issue like within 300 miles I did 2 brake bleeds because the oil kept leaking from this and this side. And now that it's fixed, like I've never had any issues with braking whatsoever at all. Let's talk about the light here now. This light is pretty stupid. Like, you see how it is, like the angle is raised up high, and when you're riding at night, if you watched one of my night ride videos, the light is so high up, it's literally like 2 stories high. Like, for example, the light would shine all the way where that window is on top, and just like there would be a tiny bit of light here, but like majority of it was like way high up, so you couldn't see shit while night riding. Light is pretty terrible, I'm not gonna lie. Folding mechanism, super easy. I never really have to fold this ever, unless I'm putting it in my car to bring it somewhere. You just pull on this, raise it up, and then press it down. Very easy. There's some sand stuck on this because yesterday night it was raining and I rode the scooter home. Then to close it, you just boom. Voila, very secure, very easy. We're not done with the cockpit yet. Next thing I want to talk about is the display here. It's not insanely bright, but it's very visible in direct sunlight. It's very informative as well. When you press the F button to activate dual, the icon shows up. It tells you your battery in terms of bars, your speed in miles per hour. You can change it to what's it called, kilometers as well. It tells you the trip distance, your max speed, your average speed. What else? If you double tap the power button 2 times, it changes. It tells you the trip time. It is currently at 65 volts, which is the max current charging for the scooter. That's only for me though. The max used to be 67.2 volts, but it's been like, I don't know, bro. It's been months since it stopped charging past that. I don't know what's up with that. Both my chargers are always green when I unplug it. It don't matter if I leave it charging overnight. Still at 65 volts in the morning. Maybe one of the cells is bad, but I don't really mind it, to be honest. I get 31 miles of range on it. It's enough to get anywhere in the city, not gonna lie. So range is not really an issue. That's one of the things I wanted to talk about as well. Range, fantastic. I am 6'1", 170 pounds. I get 31 miles of range. Very good range. The scooter here, I've seen it on the InMotion RS, and it's literally the same display, but it has other functions. Like when I put my turn signal, as you can see here, it is on. It does not say on the display, but on the Motion RS you could see the arrows here, and you can see the extra buttons when you turn on the scooter. All right, so I'm gonna turn it off, right? And then when I turn it on, you could see for a brief second there is a turn-in arrows here. There's a button when you turn on the lights. I think there was a cruise control button. Let me turn it back off again. Back on. All right, there was a bunch of other buttons here that don't actually get displayed on the scooter. And let me just get my key. There are 2 ways to open the scooter, 2 security features. You could get the NFC card and just tap it. You don't really have to put it like make it touch the screen. You could just keep it like 1 inch from it and it will unlock, and that can help you avoid scratching the display. I've scratched mine up quite a little bit from doing that. I didn't know you could just hover it on top and unlock it, but that's on me. Or tap it again to turn off the display. You could put in the secret password Oh, turn signal still on. These don't make any sound and you can't see it on the display, so if you're not looking down, you're not gonna notice, bro. You could put in the password by pressing M to go up. M mode. M increases the number and F decreases it, and then you just press on the power button 2 times to lock that in. Power button 2 times, and then it changes, and then you just put the rest of your code in. Okay, so yeah, one last thing about the cockpit. The handlebar, super wide, bro, super wide. Y'all see how many things I have on here? I have my phone holder, light, bigger light here, duck, a horn. I used to have another duck. The other duck is in here. The propeller flew out on this yesterday, bro. I don't know where I lost it, but now I have 2 ducks with no propellers, which ruins the aesthetic, bro. Damn it. But they can still, you know what I mean? There's that. Okay, so let's go continue. I like this here. You could make the handlebar like higher. I was riding the, what's it called, the Yumi Raptor, and not only is this scooter just taller, just the stem is taller. Mine was higher because I flipped this up to make my handlebar like upper. The what's it called, the Raptor one was like here ish instead of up like mine, I think, something like that. So it felt really unnatural. 6'1", as I mentioned. This is perfect for me. My sister is 5'5", and it's kind of too high for her. So no problem for tall riders on this scooter here. Okay, so I guess I'm done with the cockpit. Let's continue on. The bag, it serves its purpose. It's waterproof, as it should. You can carry quite a bit of stuff here. Inside I've got my my chain, my duck, my what is this? Oh, my keys. Oh no, how I forgot those in here. My brake lock, my handlebar, my handbrake lock here. And yeah, man, you can carry quite a bit of stuff, and depending on how you tie it up, it will not fall on you, bro. I've had this scooter since November 2024, and it slid down on me so many times, and then my friend Core taught me how to properly tie it, and this is how it's like. Take notes so that the scooter the scooter bag doesn't fall on you, right? So this is how you do it so that it doesn't fall on you. The cable management on this thing is superb. Everything is plug and play. That's like one bonus of the scooter. You could unplug the brake sensor by just pulling this. You could unplug the display by just pulling on this. What else? The button switch, the horn switch, all of these plug and play. You could just plug it out. Not only are they, you know, in this nice material here, they have this extra one to keep water from getting in. Yeah, I guess that's it for the top part here. Let's start getting onto the bottom. Ooh, I had my charge ports still not closed, but yeah, one thing I want to mention, this thing is super stable with the steering damper, bro. Oh my goodness, it is stable, bro. This makes such a huge difference. Not only for speed wobbles. I've never tried the scooter without the steering damper, so I don't know if it got speed wobbling issues, but this does an amazing job, guys. Not only that, but like if it's windy out and you feel yourself being rocked back and forth, you could make this harder and make the handlebar harder to turn, so Oh, oh, excuse me, guys. I just can't think right now. So you don't fall off the scooter because of the wind. This thing is super stable, bro. I've gotten the scooter up to 49 mile per hour, close to 50. Let's just say 50 miles per hour, flat surface, with the wind behind my back. No speed wobbles whatsoever. And if you saw the clip, my friend had a speed wobble on his Undo Z001 that goes like 60 volt, 35 ampere battery, 6,000 watts. He didn't have the steering damper installed because he broke the bracket or something, and so he had a speed wobble at like 50 miles per hour. Luckily he managed to control it and he didn't fall. But yeah, man, you need one of these if you want high speeds, except if you have dual stems. Dual stem designs, superb. You don't need steering dampers for like all of them, not gonna lie. Let's talk about my favorite thing now, which is the suspension on the scooter. Let's see if this can properly capture it. I'm pretty sure you guys won't be able to hear my voice, but let me just demonstrate for you guys how soft this thing is. It's on the softest mode. Needless to say, the suspension on this thing is like a cloud, bro. Way better than whatever they have on the Yume Raptor. So as I was saying, I put my feet up on the Raptor and it didn't go down like this, like the scooter is doing, because there was so little travel on it. If you check the front here, there's a knob at the bottom. You can't see it, it's a black knob. You just turn. You could also adjust it here by turning this, both in the front and the back here. You could turn this, and the knob to make it soft or you know what I mean, hard. So yeah, next thing I want to talk about is the kickstand. The kickstand, rock solid, never had any issues with it. The scooter did fall on me once on a hill at the park. Like I said, we were on the hill, so you know, can't blame the kickstand for not properly keeping the scooter. But after that time, I don't think I have had any instances of the scooter falling on me because of the poor kickstand design. I'm not saying the design is poor, I'm saying it's not. But yeah. So another thing, the bolts on this scooter, bro, I don't think I tightened these more than 10 times since I had it, bro. 1100, 5 miles on the dash. I don't think I tightened these more than 5 times because they came in like super locked. Anytime I like use my hex keys to tighten any of the bolts here, like they're barely loose. There's like no point in doing that, not gonna lie. But it's like, it's still good to, like, you know, tighten the bolts on your scooter from time to time just to make sure. But no issues with those. Another thing I like is the charging on this scooter. From 0 to full, it took 5 hours and 46 minutes. You get 2 dual charging ports and 2 chargers with the scooter, which are 2 amps, 67.2 volts each. So 4 amps of current, and a 60 volt 22.5 ampere battery. It says here on the side 2 1200 watt motors. The scooter still performs as if it was brand new, bro. Insane for how many miles I have on it, as it should, as any electric scooter should. It says here made in China. I mean, obviously, like all scooters are made in China. Yeah, so these are some warnings here. It says do not charge indoors. I always charge it inside my house. I don't know what they're yapping about. Connect the charger to the charging port. Usually I plug it into the outlets first and then onto the charging port, but it really doesn't matter, I'm not gonna lie. And then step 2 is connect to the power grid. Whatever, man, just feel free to switch it up if you want. But sometimes I do plug it in this first and then the outlet. During the winter, properly store the scooter with at least 75% battery capacity at room temperature. I've had to store this in the winter before, but I always like to keep my shit like fully charged, so that's what I did. But yeah. What else do I want to talk about? Let's talk about the brakes here. We have Zoom 2-piston hydraulic brakes. They work very well. I took these out when I had like 900 miles on them. The pads on them, which I thought were running pretty low, was basically like freaking brand new, bro. They are metallic brake pads. Awesome, just super awesome. Barely used, even though I had like 900 miles on them. By the looks of them now, they look like they're still they still have a lot more to give. Also remember to clean out your pistons. Just use a hex key, remove these 2 screws here, remove this, remove the brake pad, and get some Q-tips to like clean up the pistons. Holy shit, bro, now that I'm talking to you guys, I'm realizing something. I do not have the nut cover for this one, bro. Holy shit. Oh my god, bro, I don't know how long it's been since I've been riding without it, bro. No fucking way, bro. No way. I don't know where they sell those, where I can get them, but I'm gonna need one ASAP, bro. Like, that's kind of like a hazard. All the other ones seem to have the cover here, but I don't have one for this one. Holy shit, I just realized, bro. Damn. These are 140 millimeter brake discs. They do their job properly. For fast scooters, I would appreciate 160 millimeter, but it is what it is. These tires did not come with the scooter. I had all-terrain tires. I took these off at like 300 or so miles on the scooter, so I can't really give them a rating. But these 3 tires that I got off of Amazon, 2 of them for $36, I think. Phenomenal. Over 600 miles on them. They don't look like they're balding yet, which is a good sign. Very reliable tires, man. What else do I want to talk about? Let's see what I had in my notes. Give me a second, guys. Great lighting. Oh yes, the lighting. Let me turn on the scooter for you guys. The lighting, as in like the lights that are on the stem and stuff, not like the main headlight. Check this out, man. I do not have the remote on me right now. It's inside the house, but you can customize this however you want, bro. Any color. I have night riding videos. You should check these out. You even got some on the side here with the animation, and they just add a layer of visibility at night. There's one on this side, one on this side. Both sides of the pole light up, which is super nice. Something that I don't like though is this tail light here. It only turns on when you turn on the scooter lights. You can turn these off with the remote and leave just the front ones on, but I would appreciate if the active tail light activated like as soon as you turned on the scooter. Let me show you what I mean. Boom, see now? Red. But if you press the brake lever, they do start to shine, but that's about it. They're not active tail lights, which is kind of a bummer. But I don't think cars will really see it much. It's not really that bright in my opinion. Let me look at it from afar. It's a bit I don't think it's really that visible. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. But now that I saw that I had the thing missing, I gotta go get me another one. I don't know where they sell them, but I need me one. Yes, the deck. The deck is very narrow. This is a size 12 US shoe, and look at my feet on this thing, bro. It's narrow, but it's a very long scooter, guys. So this is 1 feet at the front. Still have some feet room in the rear here, but I just would love to have a wider deck. I was on the Yume Raptor with this thing for over 20 miles. Didn't have any issues with feet fatigue. Okay, what does they have to say? The throttle. Oh, I talked about everything at the top, but not the throttle, bro. This thing, awesome. Horizontal thumb throttle, bro. I like don't get tired from riding my scooter that easy, bro. Despite doing a range test on this, fully draining it, riding 31 miles, didn't feel any fatigue at all. This thing has no dead zone. Actually, it's small. It's like practically non-existent, bro. Okay, it does have the dead zone, but like compared to the Kabo Wolf King GT Pro that my friend Adam has, the one who let me borrow the Yume Raptor, this is night and day, bro. Like as soon as you press this, it just goes. Very good throttle, bro. It's so controllable. Like even on the highest mode, dual motor, mode 3, you can be riding this thing at like 3 miles per hour, 2 miles per hour if you want to, bro. Superb throttle control. What else, man? Honestly, the only issues I had with the scooter were the brakes needing to be bled. I crashed this scooter 2 times, so that might have been the reason why the brake lines were leaking, but it doesn't really matter now that what am I saying, bro? Excuse me, guys. Yes, and now that the issue's been fixed, I never had this issue. I don't think I'm gonna need bleeding for a long time soon. Look, my brakes are still very snappy, both of them. I always do this test now because I almost got ran over because I didn't have oil in my brakes and I didn't check like back in winter, bro. But the regen worked well. Oh, the regen, guys, I almost forgot. The regen on this thing, amazing. If you watch my videos, bro, so satisfying. And the good thing about it is you just have to lightly pull on the brake levers, like put like that much force on them, and then it will activate. Don't matter which one you use, it will activate. And so amazing, guys. You can stop from 40 miles per hour to 0 with just the regen braking alone. I think this is what gives the scooter the range it got at 31 miles. I would imagine that if I didn't have it, it would have definitely been way lower than that. But the scooter is like super underrated, bro. I got this for $1,200. That was the listing price back then, but I've seen it as low as $1,239 on Yume's website. Despite this being 1,200 watt each, I've gotten this to 50 miles per hour. Basically, I've gotten this to 46 a couple times downhill and everything. And it's just such a reliable scooter, man. Even on a straight surface with no wind, I've gone 44, which is 1 mile per hour more than this. One of the like more comparable scooters to this would be the Nami Klima, and honestly, I don't know, man. I've never ridden the Klima before. I haven't seen one up close in person, but tall scooter like this, wide handlebars, 1,200 watts, 60 volt, 22.5 amp hour battery. It's 4,000 30 watts peak. Yume is a little bit conservative with the numbers, but it's, according to ChatGPT, it's about 4030 watts peak when it's at 67.2 volts. That's about how much the peak power is. And you see the sticker here, it says quality control pass. I don't think I know of any brand that do this. After doing quality control, they slap on a sticker to their scooters. I don't know of any brands that do this actually. Somebody told me to remove the stickers here on this side because they looked ugly, but I really don't mind it. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. It's also got the UL listing here, which is very good to have. Honestly, oh, before I forget, this here, this part of the scooter is rusted. I saw the rust at like 300 miles on the scooter, and it looks to be a common occurrence with Yume scooters. Adam with the Yume Raptor, I noticed this as well on his scooter as I was taking pictures, and he was like, yo, your scooter got that too? And I was like, yeah bro. For some reason, I don't know what's causing this. I didn't ride much in winter, so it's not the salt and stuff of the road. I don't know, man. It's a bit sketchy. You may do your thing, bro. Research as to why this is happening. But other than this, nothing is rusted on the scooter. Look at the cable management under this thing, bro. It's so cool and way better than the cable management on the Yume Raptor. Let me check if I had anything else to say here in my notes. Okay, this looks about it. My only cons about the scooter, as I mentioned before, was the front light here. It's angled way too high up. Wait, maybe, yeah, I can put it down. If I just unscrew this, I can, yeah, I can fix this. Okay, so all right, it's fixable. I can just unscrew this and angle it down more, and it should be fixed. Okay, so that's, if it works, that's not really a complaint. My second complaint was what was it again? Yeah, the deck size, pretty small for a US size 12. Pretty small deck. This here needs to be an active tail light. I don't need to turn on my lights for this to work. That's just, I don't know, man, just work on that. The display has buttons, not buttons, icons that could be used here. You saw that earlier. That's not being properly used, like the turning ones that are like super important so that you don't forget. Another complaint I have actually is turn signals. The turn signals on this thing are red. You got them both front and rear, which is pretty good. Turn signals are red though, which might confuse drivers at night. I want them to be yellow. I realized that the Yume Raptor has yellow ones, and so I was hoping that you may do this for the other models as well. Wow, it's been 32 minutes. I can't believe I've been yapping for so long, guys. When you're passionate about something, you don't even realize. But let me try to hurry this up a little bit more. As you can see here, I changed the caps on the tire. They absorb sunlight and glow at night, which is pretty cool. If you ride at night, I recommend you get some of these. I got me like 4 of them for like $1 on Temu. Mosquito. These are pretty cool. But yeah, man, basically my main complaints are this and small deck and the buttons here, that not the buttons, the display having extra buttons that they could have used advantage of that they're not doing, and the turn signals being red. These are basically my main complaints about the scooter. But otherwise, man, like, super well made scooter, good build quality. My favorite thing about it is the suspension. It's got good ground clearance, but the battery on the Yume Raptor looks to be even slimmer than this, and with the 11-inch tires, bro. Even higher ground clearance on the Raptor. But this was basically it for the 1105 miles review on the scooter. One thing I like is being able to see the voltage of the scooter, man. This is so unreliable because you could be at the red bar and have like 55 volts, which is like over 10 volts, 10 miles of charge, about 10 miles of charge and from my calculations. What I realized on, sorry guys, I keep trying to end the video, but I have more stuff to say. I saw that on the Raptor, this is a little bit more detailed. Instead of saying 65 volts, it would say 65.8, 65.3, you know, so on, 50.5 volts, stuff like that, man. Just a little bit more accurate. Not more accurate, just more detailed. Yeah, man. The speedometer is also very accurate. I forgot to mention. I could be going 43 and it would be the same GPS, and the mileage here is just very accurate as well, but just tiny slightly bit off when you've done like high miles on it. Like for example, if I ride 4 miles, it would be 4 miles GPS, but if I ride like 20 miles, it would be, no, let's say I ride 20.5 miles GPS, it would be 20 miles on this. It was just a slight discrepancy when you start getting into like higher mileage, but like if you ride 3 miles, it would be 3 miles GPS, stuff like that, man. This is basically all I had to say about this review. It's been 35 minutes already. I didn't mean to make this long. Once again, today is August 7th, Thursday, and I've got a lot of videos to upload before this one, guys. So I'll catch you later, and stay tuned.